What is up, you guys? Let's kick it off as always with an awesome revealing Vader video where we dissect everything the Dark Lord does. I know for sure that if he existed for real, he would have choked me by now. I mean, I talk about his intimate life every other day, so yeah. Coincidentally, our new merch has Vader choking people without mercy. No matter which side you're on, there is always a way for Vader to be disturbed by your lack of faith. Buy that merch, guys. Support the channel. Link in bio. Now, this video is tackling the age-old question. What the hell was this all about? It's been memed for more than a decade now, but did you stop to think that this might actually make perfect sense and can be explained precisely? Listen, just a quick disclaimer. I'm not saying that this is what George Lucas intended to do originally. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. We never got a confirmation, but as always, the fandom connects the dots together, and I just love this explanation so much that I thought I had to share it with you wonderful people and add to the lore of Star Wars. So the first thing you should note is that human Anakin/Vader could no longer talk normally. After his injuries on Mustafar, he landed face down on a small, relatively cool, magmatic surface. This caused him to breathe in the smoldering hot gases and fumes, which would ultimately destroy his lungs and even vocal cords. The talking that we hear from suited Vader is actually the onboard computer that's hooked up to what remains of his vocal cords and another piece that's in front of his mouth. It's an incredibly sophisticated computer that reads the vibrations and the air being pushed out and guesses with a high accuracy what Vader is actually trying to say. The piece in front of his mouth simply amplifies his voice, with his helmet giving off the iconic deepened voice. This is part of the reason why his voice sounds so robotic. Think of it as a constant autocorrect for his speech. But there's more. Vader's voice is not simply an amplified version of what he says. It's more like a Stephen Hawking system whereby a computer recognizes what Vader is trying to say. His voice is probably extremely damaged and unrecognizable at this point, and then the computer basically says it for him. We can kind of assume that this is an extremely sophisticated text-to-speech. And so with that in mind, let's explain everything as we see it. Palpatine is just at the side of Vader, and within a few seconds the new Sith understands. Not only is his body completely destroyed, making him almost a slave to his suit, and by extension to Emperor Palpatine as well. Everything that led him to this point, the sacrifices and all in between, were for his wife. His wife that was now dead because of his actions, and her unborn child is also lost. Vader breaks free of the operating table and takes a few steps before doing the only thing anybody in his position could do. He screams in bloody agony. At this very moment, his vocal computer has nothing close to this sound in its database. It doesn't know how to translate screaming, so it translates it to... If you think about the scene in these terms, it actually adds more to the tragedy of Vader. Even his agonized screams are now entirely reliant on machinery, which makes this scene from Revenge of the Sith even more heartbreaking. He couldn't even properly vocalize his own pain from losing his wife. The computer did the best it could, but a machine isn't capable of reading and expressing emotions, at least not for this scene. So that's my whole take of it, but what did you guys think of this video and of the no scene? If you enjoyed this video, guys, then leave a thumbs up and hit that bell to get notified the moment a new video is up. Have an awesome day, my Star Wars friends, and may the Force be with you always.